Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a pretty detailed video on how I do my own nails. I saved a little bit of time by doing my prep off camera, so now I'm just applying my tips. And I like to use my knuckles as a guide in order for my nails to be straight. I'm using the KDS glue from Amazon, and I'll have it linked down below from my Amazon storefront. You don't really need much of this glue. I am a tad bit heavy-handed with it, but if you're like me, make sure you clean up that extra glue before you do your prep. And these nail tips are from 876 Nails. Okay, my tips are all applied, and I went ahead and did the other hand off camera, and this is how they look. Now I'm taking my tip cutter and I'm using 2 magnets to cut them down. And y'all, please excuse the way my hands look. Yes, they are dry. I know my nails look crusty, dusty, but that's the whole point. I'm showing you how I get them together. So yes, not too much on my hands. I'm not sure if you guys can really see it, but I am pressing those magnets firmly against my hyponychium and then cutting those tips. This ensures that all of them will be the same length. And as far as the free edge goes, this tip cutter kind of leaves them a little raggedy, but no worries, I will fix that with the next step. Now I'm going to take this 180 grit file and shape my tips, and I am using the 180 grit side. But I am shaping this into the shape that I want it to be in before I start my application. This is really important because the acrylic takes on whatever shape the tip is. So if I were to just leave it how it was, I would end up doing more filing later than I need to. So to save a little bit of time, I'm going to pre-shape my tips into the shape that I want. And as you can see, I am going for this square shape. So I start by filing both sides, hitting the underneaths, and then getting that free edge. Okay, I did the rest of my shaping, and this is how they look. Now I'm just going to take my mandrel bit and blend those tips with my natural nail. Next, I took a lint-free wipe and some alcohol to wipe the nail. The alcohol is serving as my dehydrator, so first I'm just cleaning off the nail plate and removing all of the dust. Then I'm going to go in again to make sure that I removed all of the oils from the nail plate. Alright, this is how my nails looked once I was completely done dehydrating them. So good, such a clean canvas. Now I'm going in with the Young Nails Protein Bond, and this will give the acrylic something to stick to. Guys, I'm so obsessed with these scented monomer drops from Kiara Sky. It smells so good. Now for my application, I was torn between these 2 acrylics from 876 Nails. I really didn't know which one I wanted to use, so I did a quick swatch, and this is how they look. I was trying to see which one matched my skin tone the most, but I ended up picking Roses right here. But what do you guys think? Did I pick the right one or no? Now let's get into this application. This is literally my favorite part of the entire process. This part is so satisfying to me, and I really don't know why. The smell drives me crazy, but I don't know what it is. It's something about laying the acrylic and just moving it around. It's just so soothing to me. Am I the only one? I ended up just using the 2-ball method because I didn't want them to be too thick, but I still wanted it to have a good structure. So I'm placing that second bead a little bit below the cuticle area and pushing the bead back into that space. Now, of course, doing my left hand was the easy part. The real challenge comes in when it's time for me to do my right hand. And I do this by picking up the bead how I normally would with my right hand and then switching the brush over to the left to apply the acrylic, which you will see me do in a bit. But right now I'm just cleaning up my sides, which is very important in order to prevent lifting. In other news, I'm thinking about starting a new series for this channel, just trying out nail products that I've never used before. And this can consist of things like dip powders, builder gels, soft gel tips, literally anything that I've never used. So if that's something you'd like to see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and turn on your post notifications so you're notified exactly when those videos drop. Also, leave me some suggestions down in the comments of things that you'd like to see me try. I didn't mention this before, but I do like to work with one hand at a time. So now that I'm completely done with my left hand, I'm going to get started on my right. So I cleaned off my nail plate and dehydrated the nails, and now I'm adding the primer before I start the application. Here I am picking up my bead with my right hand, as you can see, and now I'm switching the brush over to the left to apply the acrylic. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this part is a little bit challenging. It can be difficult to not flood your cuticles or have the acrylic falling all down the sides of your nails. I've gotten so much better at doing my right hand since I first started doing my own nails. But it really takes a lot of patience and a whole lot of practice in order to correctly accomplish this. Also, perfecting your liquid to powder ratio and using a really good acrylic will help you. I also have a video on how to achieve consistent acrylic beads linked right at the top of this video, so feel free to check that out. That might be helpful as well. Now, even though this video is a little bit sped up, you can still tell that I am taking my time with this. And like I said before, this takes a lot of patience. And I'm taking my time to make sure that I am correctly sealing my sides because I want my nails to match my left hand. But I am all done, and this is how it looks. It looks so good. And then I finished the rest of my application off camera, and this is how they turned out. And this is how they looked after my filing and shaping. Now it's time for the fun part. For my nail art, I'm going for the neon jungle vibe. So I started out by drawing my Frenchies and curing it for 30 seconds. I didn't use a base coat on this, but if you're gonna do this design, I absolutely recommend you use a base coat. And after you cure, just wipe the nail with some alcohol and then go on top with your design. There's so many ways to draw Frenchies, but I like to outline my Frenchie first and then use the paintbrush from the gel polish to fill it in. I found this the most easiest, quickest way to achieve a Frenchie. This is how my left hand looked once I was done, and I did my right hand off camera, of course, because that would have took way too long. But this is how they looked. And these are the pigment powders that I'm going to be using, this orange and yellow. I'm going to be using this small brush to apply the pigment powder. And I'm starting with the orange and mainly focusing it at the top of the Frenchie. And then I'm going to take the yellow and work my way from the bottom up to create a seamless blend. Also, I have a video on how to use pigment powders linked right at the top of this video if you want to know more about that. But as you can see, I'm only using one color at a time, so I'm just focusing on the orange right now. And once I'm completely done with that on all of the nails, I'm going to go back with the yellow to create the ombre. I did clean off my brush before I dipped into that yellow, but I'm just working my way from the bottom up, and when I get close to the orange, I'm kind of going to go on top of it in order for it to be like a seamless blend, if that makes sense. All right, I'm all done, and now I'm just gonna dust off the extra powder. Then I matte top coated them and cured for 60 seconds. Now I'm going on top with my design, and this was supposed to be like a connected zebra print-ish everything, like the zebra print lines were connecting. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I just started freestyling. Like, I was beginning to like how it was looking, so I just started doing that. Whatever you want to call this, I don't know, but I love it. Once I was done with all of my designs, I just matte top coated them, and this is how they turned out. So cute. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe for more videos just like this. Turn on your post notifications so you won't ever miss another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.